In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on October 9, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills play host to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday afternoon from Highmark Stadium in a crucial AFC showdown. The Steelers come in at 1-3 on the season, and the win in their opener seems like quite a while ago. For the Bills, a bounce-back win was crucial last week, as this team continues to look like one of the favorites in the AFC. When these two met last season, the Bills were able to come away with the 7-point win on the road, while Buffalo has won 2 of the last 3 overall. The Steelers will be hard-pressed to come away with the win in this one, and the Bills won't back down at home. It's the dawn of the Kenny Pickett era for the Pittsburgh Steelers. After Mitchell Trubisky was unceremoniously benched in a loss to the Jets last week, the first-round rookie will take over under center for this Week 5 matchup. And Pickett is going to be put in a tough spot for his first career start. He's going on the road to Buffalo to face a ferocious Bills defense. It's a tough environment for any young quarterback to play in, but getting 2 touchdowns on the spread is too good to pass up. Buffalo has received an endless amount of hype and positive coverage, but it has looked far from dominant the past couple weeks. 2 weeks ago, the Bills lost to the Dolphins, and last week they mounted a furious comeback to squeak past the Ravens by 3 points. No Mike Tomlin team is going to get punked, and I expect Pittsburgh to at least keep things competitive this weekend. Buffalo's offense has not played nearly as well as some people might think. Josh Allen completed only 53% of his passes last week for just 5.9 yards per attempt. That was a week after only averaging 6.3 yards per attempt against Miami, not conducive to covering 14-point spreads like this one. The insertion of Pickett into the lineup will give the Steelers a much-needed energy boost if nothing else, and he certainly can't be any worse than Trubisky was. Pickett's limited action against the Jets already showed he gives this offense more upside, so the Pittsburgh Steelers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Pittsburgh was anemic offensively under the reins of Mitchell Trubisky. The Steelers have just 2 touchdown passes so far, and they are the only team in the NFL whose wide receivers have yet to score a touchdown. Pittsburgh ranks 30th in the league in yards per attempt, but they looked like a different team when Kenny Pickett checked in after halftime. They built a 20-10 lead at the defense, and Pickett's turnovers ultimately squandered. But they looked like a different club. With that said, they have not been a sharp defensive unit, especially since TJ Watt went out with an injury. They are giving up over 140 rushing yards per game, which is bizarre for a Mike Tomlin coached team. The total number has gone over in 6 of Pittsburgh's last 8 road games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Dolphins versus New York Jets. The 3-1 Miami Dolphins travel to New Jersey on Sunday to take on the surprising 2-2 New York Jets. The Dolphins hope to stay on top in the AFC East and pick up a win without starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who is still recovering from a head injury. The Jets can move into a tie with the Dolphins as they play their first AFC East opponent this season. You will hear a lot this week about Teddy Bridgewater's record against the spread as a starting quarterback in the NFL, so let's just get that out of the way right now and move on. Teddy covers his 43-21 against the spread in the regular season and postseason. But if you dive deeper, he's just 16-11 as a favorite, 27-9 as an underdog, and 0-1 as a pick'em. Well, Miami is a road favorite in this spot, and besides the injury to Tua, they also have questions at other key positions as CB Xavier Howard, Teron Armstead, and WR Jalen Waddle all missed practice early in the week, and the status of all 3 should be monitored this weekend. Meanwhile, the Jets are getting some positive injury news, with Dwayne Brown designated to return from IR with a shoulder injury. The Jets signed the veteran tackle in the offseason after Mekhi Becton went down for the season with a knee injury. The Jets' defense graded out very well in Pittsburgh on Sunday, but it was Zach Wilson's late heroics stealing the show in a comeback win over the Steelers. Wilson completed just 50% of his passes and threw 2 interceptions, but came up clutch with a pair of late touchdown drives in what could be a coming-of-age moment for the young quarterback. Wilson had the third highest CPA plus CPOE in the fourth quarter of any QB on Sunday after posting the third lowest in the first 3 quarters. If Wilson can continue his development and build on the momentum of last week's comeback, I can see the Jets pulling off the outright upset. So the New York Jets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These two teams were 1-1 to the over last season, with each team's offense far less imposing than both units this year. The Jets have surprised early in the season with their ability to move the ball and with their ability to incorporate 2 rookie skill players, Hall and Wilson, into the team's offense. The Dolphins' defense has been extremely vulnerable against the pass this season and have played like a team that needs to outscore its opponent rather than pound its opponent. I expect both teams to make some mistakes as Wilson's 2 interceptions in his first start fall in line with many of the mistakes he made last season. Meanwhile, the Jets' secondary has been opportunistic so far this season as well, with 4 interceptions last week against Pittsburgh. The Jets are 5-1 to the over in their last 6 games against teams with a winning record. They are additionally 5-0 to the over in their last 5 October games. I expect another high-scoring game featuring 2 explosive offenses and 2 teams that match up well with each other. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tennessee Titans versus Washington Commanders. The Tennessee Titans will play their second straight road game as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders on Sunday. The Titans improved to 2-2 with a huge road win over the Colts on Sunday and have now won 2 straight games. The Commanders are heading in the opposite direction with 3 straight losses following a 25-10 loss at Dallas on Sunday. The Titans are 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 in October and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 after a straight-up win. Tennessee is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games. Meanwhile, the Commanders are 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 on grass and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 in Week 5. Washington is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 in October. The Commanders have struggled since their season-opening win over Jacksonville, losing their last 3 games. They have struggled offensively, averaging less than 20 points per game. Their running game isn't very good and their passing is just a little bit better. Wentz has been turnover-prone so far, throwing 5 interceptions through 4 games. The Titans struggled defensively in their first 2 games, but they played much better in their last 2 games, holding opponents under 20 points per game. They play well against the run, but their pass defense isn't as good. Fortunately for them, the Commanders' offensive line hasn't been very good, with the team giving up 17 sacks in 4 games. They are 12th in the league in sacks and are tied for the 5th most takeaways in the league, so expect them to pressure Wentz all game and force him to turn the ball over, which will lead to extra scoring opportunities. The Titans have also picked up the pace offensively, scoring 24 points per game in their last 2 games. They ran the ball well in their last 2 games, but expect them to put the ball in the air a lot more in this game because the Commanders haven't been able to contain the pass, especially at home where they are giving up close to 300 passing yards per game. Expect the Commanders to keep it close in the first half, but they won't be able to keep up with the Titans in the second half. The Titans know their formula to success and will execute it on Sunday, so the Tennessee Titans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Titans are displaying the ground and pound football that their head coach, Mike Vrabel, loves. They shouldn't have difficulty in this spot pounding the ball into the teeth of the Commanders' defense. They will be content moving the ball down the field with smart, short passes and a heavy dose of Henry. On the defensive side of the ball, Tennessee will give up yards but tighten up in the red zone. They are number 1 in the NFL in defensive red zone touchdown prevention, so they will force Wentz to check down and settle or risk turning the ball over. The Titans are averaging 25 points per game, but they are averaging 15.5 points per game on the road. They averaged 19 points per game in their last 3 games against the Commanders. They are facing a Washington team that has been unable to stop the pass and is giving up 27 points per game, so expect them to air it out and hit their average in this game. The Commanders are averaging 18 points per game and 18 points per game at home. They averaged 18 points per game in their last 3 games against the Titans. They won't run the ball efficiently against the Titans, who are giving up 25 points per game, but they will be able to pick up yards against their secondary. However, it won't be enough to push the score over the total. The Commanders and Titans played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. Expect a grinding, slow-paced Titans style of game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video. whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.